Ever pondered about the allure of anthropomorphic animals? The question on many minds, do furries suck? An intriguing question indeed, and one that deserves a fair and balanced exploration. Furries, for those who are unacquainted, are individuals who have a keen interest in anthropomorphic animals, creatures that possess human characteristics. They're seen in art, literature, and often people's fantasies. A subsection of this community even dons elaborate costumes, known as fursuits, embodying these creatures in the physical realm. The furry fandom often faces criticism. Detractors argue that the fascination with anthropomorphic animals is childish, a sign of immaturity. They point to the realm of cartoons and children's books, where such characters are commonplace. Critics also express discomfort with the sexual aspect that can sometimes be associated with the fandom, labeling it as perverse or deviant. On the flip side, proponents of the furry fandom argue it is a harmless creative outlet. It's a place where imagination runs wild and where the constraints of human form no longer apply. They argue that the fandom is a celebration of art, creativity, and freedom of expression. It's a community that fosters acceptance and inclusivity, a place where people can explore their identities without judgment. As for the sexual aspect, furries point out that this is not a defining characteristic of the fandom. Just like any other community, there are diverse interests within. Some furries do incorporate an erotic element into their fandom, but many others do not. They argue that it's unfair to label the entire community based on the preferences of a subset. So, do furries suck? The answer is subjective and largely depends on one's perspective. Critics see an immature, potentially perverted fascination. Supporters see a liberating, inclusive community that celebrates creativity and freedom of expression. In summary, the furry fandom is a complex community with diverse interests and motivations. Critics argue it's childish and potentially perverse, while supporters see it as a celebration of art, creativity, and freedom of expression. The question, do furries suck, is not a simple one to answer. It's a matter of personal perspective, a reflection of one's understanding and acceptance of diverse forms of self-expression. Indeed, it serves as a reminder that in our diverse world, understanding often requires looking beyond the surface, beyond the fur, if you will.